Good morning, everybody. Dr. Anita here from Mylon Family Chiropractic Center. You're riding in the car with the Chiro. What I wanted to share with you today is something that came up in the practice this week, and I really felt that it was important that we talk about it. And that is what's going on in our society today, and I don't get it, is the shaming of people. People that are healthy and live a healthy lifestyle are being shamed for their choices and decisions. People are posting all over the place about how they're getting their shots. And anybody who doesn't choose to do that, understand the word choose, they're being shamed by it. And how dare we, and that we're killing people. And listen, the truth is, if you're getting this shot, why are you afraid of those of us that opt out? This shaming has got to stop. We're all part of this society. We're all part of this community. We need to learn to live together. I had a patient that came in this week, and she was almost in tears over this issue because a number of her friends have gone and chosen to get the shot. And when they inquired about whether she wanted to get the shot, they told her that they couldn't be friends with her and would never see her again if she didn't get the shot. What is that about? I mean, really, what is that about? Since when does mine or someone else's medical or healthcare decision-making become anybody else's business but mine or theirs? This is crazy to me. And she was so upset. She's a single woman who lives alone. So her friendship network is her lifeline. And here these people are shaming her. Well, I gotta ask. If you've got your shot, why are you afraid of those that didn't get the shot? If your shot really works. Think about that. This shot is no different than any other shot when children go to school. And if the majority of children have had their shots, why are you afraid of that small percentage of children whose parents made a choice not to? It would be no different than me walking into a grocery store knowing I live a very healthy lifestyle and eat very healthy and choose to purchase organic food, that I walked up to your shopping cart if you had a bunch of processed food in your grocery cart and I shamed you for eating and buying processed food, especially if I saw you with your children. How disgusting is that? I would never do that. It's your choice. It's your family. It's your life. So why is this any different that those who make a choice for their own healthcare reasons not to get a shot, that they are being shamed, that we're shamed for being healthy? Wearing a mask is unhealthy. There's a lot of research out there. I don't care who you are and what you say. I've read the research. Why are we being shamed for the choices that we make to choose health for us? Is it any different than two people who unfortunately have been diagnosed with cancer? And one person chooses traditional medical care and chooses and opts for chemo and radiation, and another person chooses to completely transform their lifestyle of food choices to combat their illness. What if somebody who's been diagnosed with adult onset diabetes, that's type 2 diabetes, which is caused by lifestyle choices, right? One person chooses the traditional medical route and gets medication support. Another person says, thank you for the information, doc, but I'm going to change my life so that I don't have to take a drug for the rest of my life. And they choose diet and exercise as an option to completely transform their health and their life, and they're no longer an adult onset diabetic without drug therapy. Same thing goes for most any drug, right? Depression medications, anxiety medications. You choose a lifestyle choice that changes you from the inside out, which is where the healing actually occurs, from inside out, and your body goes back to working the way it's designed to, right? So we got to stop the shaming of our community. Stop the shaming of our family members. Stop the shaming of our friends and neighbors. Stop the shaming. What does that do to serve anybody? It doesn't. It just creates more anger, more anxiety, more depression, all the things that are a product of this pandemic that we don't need. It is not a healthy way to be. Your body, your choice. We have that right. We have that right. I am responsible for me and my health and my well-being. You are responsible for you, your health, and your well-being, on your family's health and well-being. I pass no judgment on you and the choices that you make, nor should you pass any judgment on those of us who choose to live a healthy lifestyle and have read the research and recognize that this shot is not anything we want to put in our bodies. And yes, I, like many of you, have family members who've made a choice. I respect that it's their choice. I cry tears for them because I have grave concerns about their health and well-being. But I recognize that I'm not in charge of the choices and decisions they make. When they're adults, it's their life and their choice to make. So please stop the shaming of those of us that choose a very healthy lifestyle. And part of that healthy lifestyle means we don't inject poisons into our body to get our body to do what it's designed to do, which is handle its environment. I can tell you, as a healthcare practitioner who's been open and in practice since this situation started a year ago, I have cared for people who didn't know they had this horrible virus before they knew, and then they were diagnosed. I've been exposed. I know. And I'm fine. And the only precautions I've ever taken for myself is to boost my nutrition. Have I done things in my practice? You bet. First, we practiced. A year ago, I had my chairs covered with plastic. We wiped down the door. We wiped down the counter. We wiped down everything over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And mask wore, right? Now we're at a stage where we obviously have removed the plastic from the chairs because that was ridiculous. And it really doesn't. The virus needs a lot. A virus needs something that's live in order for it to grow. So plastic is not live, so it doesn't grow on my plastic. So we remove that. We've made it available for everybody in the office that when they walk in, they can get hand sanitizer on their hands if they choose. I choose not to use hand sanitizer. I like soap and water because hand sanitizer destroys the natural bacterial protection that's on my hands. And if I remove and kill the natural bacterial protection on my hands, now the protection on my hands has to go deeper in order to protect me. I don't want that deepness being affected by viruses and bacteria that are in our environment. And I'm not just talking about the one that we all know about, the C19. I'm talking about all the viruses. Hey, Allison, welcome. Right? So I choose to use soap and water. But hey, I recognize that you have a right to choose. And I recognize that I have a responsibility to respect your choice as your healthcare provider. And so I provide that hand sanitizer for you. It's interesting that I bought a bunch of this hand sanitizer, and I'm noticing more and more folks aren't using it, and I haven't gone through it the way I thought I would go through it. Because folks that choose to go to the chiropractor, for the most part, recognize that there's a healing potential within the body that knows exactly what it needs to do. And that when you're under regular chiropractic care, your nervous system works, which means your immune system works. And when your immune system works, it allows your body to do what it's designed to do, which is heal and protect. So that when you are exposed to whatever, your body will heal and protect. So many of the folks that come in my practice recognize that, you know what? I've been around, I've been out, I've been working, I've been doing this, that, and the other thing. And you know what? Me and my family's okay. Or some of them who've already had the C19, they survived it very easily, 2 to 3 days. Some of them were very sick. Nobody's dismissing the virulence of this virus, and nobody is saying that it's not serious for some folks. But let's talk numbers. 99.9% recover very successfully without even traditional medical attention. Imagine that. So why are we injecting toxins into our body? Are you reading about the side effects that are happening to people. I don't care which shot you're talking about. Are you reading about it? Are you making an informed decision, or are you making a decision out of fear because mainstream media has you scared to death about a virus that we all can recover from? 99.9% of us can. So for that 0.01 or 0.00, whatever that is, we're taking an injection filled with toxins to fight something that our body can handle. And remember, this injection, it doesn't even prevent you from getting the so-called C19. All it will do was hopefully reduce your symptomatology. We still don't have any proof that it does that. We have no proof. There's been no research. None. Ladies and gentlemen, please make informed decisions. But my riding in the car with the Chiro post today is really about stop the shaming of your friends, your family, your coworkers, people that you know, your Facebook friends. Stop the shaming of those that choose differently from you. We all have a right to choose what's right for us. Please learn to have some empathy for others that choose differently from you. That's my talk for today. Empathy for fellow man. We will save mankind if we learn to be empathetic for others' place in our world. I say that to you as a chiropractor and as a fellow human being. I love and appreciate you being a part of my Riding in the Car with the Chiro. We'll see you next week on our next ride. This is Dr. Anita with Mylon Family Chiropractic Center. Have a fantastic day and go out and get some of that vitamin D if you're here in Jersey, because it's going to be glorious. See ya.